What's going on, you beautiful people? What's happening tonight? Welcome to a Monday live stream. Hope everybody can hear me well. What's going on, Sensei? Thank you for dropping the coffee link. Hope you're well, mate. Hope everyone's having a good start to their week. Heinz Tube, what's going on, Nick? Good to see you, brother. Matty, what's going on, peeps? I thought I'd just do a quick catch up with the Short Straw family. Love you all. Beautiful things happening. Beautiful people doing beautiful things, supporting what we do for the homeless. It's freaking awesome. Still trying to get used to this PC. Can invite now without having to flip the screen. That's good. What's going on, Heinzie 2.0 or 1? What's going on, Mark Ryan? Good to see you, brother. Angel in the house, Ali in the house, boo you. Matty, Excel, my brother. How are you, mate? Good to see you, man. Very generous of you guys tonight, or this afternoon, handing out some merch to some supporters of the channel and the cause. Looking forward to September. Should be good. Should be good. Lisa in the house too. Good to see you, Lise. I've been experimenting with some freaking music, but I don't know. Does anyone have any good places where you can download free music without them? I'll show you. I'll show you what I've got. And then they're cutting with the where it come from. Right there. And then it just continues to do that, which is a bit frustrating.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yeah, Cherie's all good. Cherie is all good. Can you hear me? Turn this down. Good to see you all in the house. Yeah, she's all good. She's all good now. Don't forget to double tap that screen, guys. Get the algorithms happening. Got the beautiful family in the house right now. Loud and clear. Yeah, I can't continue to play this if they're gonna continue that. Does anybody know a good platform where I can download music that doesn't have that rubbish in the background? Because I'm going to have to delete everything I just freaking downloaded. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't know if I can open up multiples. $10 gold coin. Thank you, brother. I still don't know what that does. Yeah, smash the like button, everybody. Thank you, Matty, brother. $10 gold coin. I love my gold, so thank you, bro. Yeah, I just don't know where to download some decent music. Spotify. Yeah. Yeah, right, okay, that finished. That's ended. Right. Yeah, it's quite frustrating. have to get rid of all that. Yeah, I think they all have it. Anyway,
Artless.io.
boom shakalaka! What's going on, Yaska? Check the bell icon, give a big like, you legends. Yeah, Yaska is very, very busy behind the scenes, guys. Getting another food van up and going, and it's pretty difficult in the WA side of things. So no, beautiful to see, brother. Good shit, love it. Oh, you legend. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the pineapple, man. Absolute ledge. Yeah, we're trying to explore different ways that people can donate, you know, across the board. Yeah. You open the gold corn and eat the chocolate instead. Yeah. Spontaneous. That's a good word. Spontaneous. I'm gonna kill this music. I can't listen to the AI thing in the background. Yeah, I've got to figure that out. I tried to get something sorted before we got on tonight, but yeah, still trying to learn this PC stuff. There was a whole other platforms that I tried to download some music, had to sign up and all that rubbish, and yeah, quite frustrating. Might as well just get my my boombox out and start playing music. Because if the live stream's not monetized, I'm not bothered. After this live stream, I'll just do members only anyway. What's going on, Florencia? Thank you. Yes, like and subscribe. Beautiful people. Ace Hilm. G'day, legends. Colin's in the house. Good to see you, my bro. Excel, long time no speak. Yeah, right. Ace, hello. Great to see you here. Give me a sec. I'm going to go get my boombox. Forget about it. This music thing is doing my head in. Bring. I'm just gonna bend the rules on the YouTube and just play my own stuff. I'm not gonna monetize this anyway. Italian now? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Bluetooth. I haven't played music on this in ages, actually. Is that the boombox that is in the 80s cassette tape? No. No. It's this. That's the boombox. Little Bluetooth speaker that does a job. What's going on, Bob? Good to see you, mate. Yaska, my man. Good to see you in the chat. Couldn't connect. Why not? Anyway, give us a sec. Hope everyone's having a good start to their week. How's the gentleman doing that you got accommodation for? That was brilliant. So heartwarming to see. Ali, that's the thing. He doesn't even have a phone. He doesn't have anything. So I've got no idea his current situation. I don't know if he's trashed the place. I don't know if he's looking after the place. I don't know if he's getting help and getting supported. Yeah, it's one of those things, and it's hard because we're so busy we can't get down there very often as well. So hopefully, we just pray that he has a few good nights, wind down, and he can sort some stuff out within himself. Why can't we sync? Strange. There is a phone in the room, but I think that's just for reception. There is a payphone just out on the street outside of the hotel. What's going on? Yeah, tomorrow night is the census. That's good. Good to know because I'm not filling it out. I'm not filling no census out. They don't need to know all the details and shit. They already know anyways. Bullshit. I don't trust the census. I'm not filling out no census. This is strange. Why can I not connect? Yeah, there we go. Boom. I'll just play my own music in the background and just straight after this I'll just put it as members only, I think. Oh, Mark Homeless. Yeah. Yeah, me either. No, that's good. Mark done mine already. Yeah. As long as you bit of John Butler. John Butler, you reckon? Let me see what I can find. What John Butler, Yaska? Steve. It's all free range tonight. Choose your songs, guys. I put no fixed Adobe, great lines, all that. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into the census very well. Really? John Butler, what song? I will just play the like list. Malax. Otherwise, if anyone has any requests, we'll play them. Oh, Dave's home. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, is my thing expired or something? I must have missed a payment. Oh, well. John Butler Trio, all right. My census letter went straight into the bin. Beautiful. Good. I like to hear that. Ocean acoustic version. All right.
She got on the door from bounce to. I can stand on it, never know what I'm up to. You do my life, being my color, DYD, down for a color, smile on his face, but the end of the day, And the man fly away. No, save my life.
There's a link if anyone wants to jump up. But
Could you tell where my head was?
what did I say? Ocean acoustics. Anyway, that's what I was doing. What's cutting out the music? Time to shine, Yaska, show us your sexy smile. The music is okay.
Late night before my phone to check if I was flash because you know it was low. Had gone long enough from. I remember we was in the park. Late night made love on the grass, my head in the clouds, I know
Is that any better?
in my ears at the wall.
What's going on, Colin?
It's hell and back, tell my words, cause it gets like that from side to the moon. No two corners on my clear pop truck, no side to play, no need back up. Need a bro one, don't need an after. A lost one, play, think you want it back up. Come and be my girl. Yeah, could you tell why my head was down? Found me. My days. Never thought I'd every day of long days. Now you're my everything of this. Yeah,
Me?
yeah,
I don't know how to fix that. Anyway, I must say this is the first time I have ever filled it out and I'm old. Fair enough, Ellie. Fill out your census. I hope you put down that you're a Christian. It's cutting out again. What do you mean that? It's freaking. Hold on, let me see if I can sort something. It's the StreamYard platform, I think. All right, let me know if this is better. I don't know, where is Evie? Anyway, what am I looking at? Let me know if that music any better cutting out still or not.
But now he loves me. He holds me tight and lets me flow. He loves me now. He loves me. He holds me tight and lets me flow. So gradually, we always lose connection. It's endless, I feel your affection. Don't listen to your
Oh, here he is. I just realised.
now.
Yo, what's going on?
Oh, my man.
Thought I'd jump up, mate.
Good to see you, Yaska. Steve Perry in the house, guys.
What's
My
going
man.
on, guys? Hope everyone is well.
Yeah, hope everyone is well, man. Steve has been a very, very busy man.
Yeah, I've been flat out, mate. Absolutely.
It's good to be busy, brother.
Yeah. So, basically, yeah, just purchasing another van for outreach in the Great Southern, which is down south of WA. So basically, that's just a second stepping stone for Australia wide. The next one, I'm hoping, will be up around sort of Broome and heading up towards those sort of communities up there. So
Heck yeah, man. Hats off to you, brother. You're doing amazing stuff. You know,
no, that's it,
lifting
man.
a lot of spirits, bro. And you know, our journey since we've received the food van that you've kindly donated to us, we've seen the community get together. Everyone's coming together. You know, we're building community. They're building their own community. We're building positivity. They're building their own positivity. You know,
Yeah,
feeding the needy with some love, with some beautiful food, and yeah, mate, it's just growing. Everything is growing all at once, man. It's quite a journey already.
mate. I
Love it.
knew I backed the right horse, right?
Heck yeah, brother.
That's it.
You got
That's
the
it, brother. No,
trifecta.
it's yeah. No, I mean, look. In all seriousness, man, I think that like the more people that have got the ability to be able to do little things like this, or big things, or whatever you want to call it, I'd just say humble things. It helps communities and helps sort of like bring people out of their shell, as we were discussing earlier on tonight.
Yeah.
I think community is the big, massive thing, and I love watching the lives that you do, brother, because I hear the conversations, I see the smile on people's faces, and it allows you to understand. And for people that are, usually throwing rocks at glass houses, you know what I mean? It allows them to sort of
Mm.
see what is going on in society, man, and sort of step out of their own little bubble and sort of recognize all that,
Because this is one of those things that we're lacking in the community is like, you know, back in the day when we were young, you used to have these community hubs, you used to go play pool, you know, police used to run them. You had all these other little resources of community hubs. And now that's all out the window, bro. So there's no actual like community coming together, you know. So I think
Yeah,
the food vans are perfect for that. You know, if you're somewhere consistently every week, everyone knows that you're going to be there. You know, the councils know that you're going to be there. They love it. The people on the
yeah.
streets know about it. They love it. You know, just Joe Blow comes along. They love it. It's building all the community, man. It's not just the homeless. It's not just the people doing it tough. It's everybody, man.
And that's it. And if you can build momentum up until the time where I believe that, they may be society getting a lot worse, and a breakdown of society, if you will.
Mm,
I think that also allows the bridge to be, you know, able to be walked on. You know what I mean? And people to realize that, you know what, instead of going this negative route, let's go the positive route and just be there for one another. You know what I mean? So there is a bigger
yeah.
picture with all this. It's for me, like I must admit, yeah, it's a little bit selfish. You know what I mean? Because I believe that that these things need to be done, and I get a lot of joy. And if I get joy, and if I have a smile put on my face by seeing people, getting the food in their stomach and the conversation, then so be it. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
if that's being selfish, then I'll put my hand up to that one. You know what I mean? Simple as
It's so
that. Like,
it's so hard to explain the reward that you receive from, you know, doing good things. You
yeah,
can't just put it into one sentence, yeah. It's like
no, that's
it's
it.
fully it's within your heart, man, and like, you know, with our heart is in, you know, building community. Leaving a legacy is a big thing for us, you know, leave a legacy
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
we can leave behind and that people can prosper from and, you know, grow from themselves and be inspired from as well.
Well,
So
yeah,
there's
and
so
that's
many bits, there's so many pieces to the puzzle, man. It's
there is, man, and it's like I tried to sum it up in one sentence, and that doesn't even do it justice. You know what I mean? Like I've had 2 or 3 phone calls today where this one thing will go into, like, with the purchase of this van and doing my outreach, right? Will actually go through to the local council and to local government, and then spread out to other shires and other towns. You know what I mean? Where
mm,
there's a lack of resources and there's a lack of assistance, and everyone's under pressure, right?
yeah,
And you look at systemic crime, and you look at, also someone mentioned in the chat, you look at, like trauma, that lasts for a lifetime if it's not
hmm
sort of dealt with in the right way at a younger age. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Me and you are sort of lucky in that aspect of things, you know, that we're able to handle that trauma from being in the system, being in foster care, being wherever, right? A lot of people don't have, and this is what I get frustrated with, right? So a lot of people that are homeless on the street, dealing with their traumas, dealing with their addictions, dealing with everything like that, they get looked at as secondary citizens, right? But at the end of the day, man, they were part of a community, and they were part of a base, right? And because of all the past issues and everything like that, and people not understanding those people's, you know, situations and traumas, they got shunned from their own group. You know what I mean? And then they've, you know, a lot of people that I noticed in Melbourne, you know, they come from country towns. You know, as Chainbreaker said, a lot of people have, I guess,
Regional
you know,
towns,
what was
yeah.
they've come from towns, and they've, you know, kicked the bucket, and they've come to the city, you know,
Yeah.
because, you know, like sometimes we burn bridges, man. You know I
Yeah.
burn a lot of bridges, mate. And
Yeah.
so, you know, me giving back, and you giving back, and Short Wife, and a lot of the other people that are out there, even, you know, wonderful people that are, sorry, one sec, sorry, mate. That's actually about the food van, but I'll get back to that one. So, but yeah, so like basically, it's just, you know, it's systemic, and it's Victoria wide, it's Australia wide, and, you know, WA is pretty lucky because of where it's situated. It's so far away, and, you know, during COVID, it didn't get affected as much as what the eastern states did.
I think you're gonna
Um,
be making an impact, bro, just by bringing some food vans down your way and making a little impact
yeah.
and giving people some guidance in a way as well, brother.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's, you know, I've asked you for advice as well on how to do things, because I'm not that savvy on a couple of things, but, you know, like, yeah, you guys are awesome. You know, how you willing to help me out with a few little logistic things, and all that type of stuff too. So I think that, you know, that just shows that we're all here for each other, you know. And I've also got to give a shout out to TJ, and also Exile, you know, for what they're doing with, you
Street
know, the events
Kings.
and Street Kings
Heck
and stuff
yeah.
like that. Like, I've jumped behind it, you know, in my own little way.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've basically got some clothes and stuff to give to, you know, the youth centres and homeless centres around my area, to
Yeah.
promote, you know, that, you know, the culture. You know, being a street king is more than, you know, wearing that crown. It's you know, getting over your adversity, you know what I mean? And rising
Yeah.
to the challenge, bro. You know what I mean? So good on you to
Yeah.
those guys as well, you know?
100%, man, and I think it's got a lot to do with, you know, us guys that have the lived experience is to be vulnerable and just be an open book, which allows other people that, you know, struggle with doing that, man, and they can see other people doing it, and that gives them an opportunity, because that's one of the best things that happened within myself is just being open, man. I've got nothing to hide. I've done some
Nah,
stupid shit.
I
I've
mean,
done
when we
some,
were younger, yeah,
yeah,
we hid from our past, and we hid from our truth. But as you get older and you become more of a man as well, you just decide to look, you know, like, look forward and not look back, and give everything that you possibly can to, you know, where you came from. I mean, I look, to be honest with you, much like yourself as well. I'm guessing with the story that I heard you tell on that, on the, you know, when you had the interview the other night.
yeah, the podcast, yeah,
Um, you know, like, I've taken a lot from society, man. You know, during my times of trauma and addiction, and, you know, being on the streets, and going from state to state, and all that type of stuff, mate. And I think it's, you know, redemption's a great word, but I think it's just owning it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're owning yourself, and you're owning your past, man. You know, and
yeah,
if you can be
yeah.
truthful about that, that'll help someone else and trigger something good within someone else. You know?
100%, man. That's one of those things when I first walked into a church and I just began to be an open book.
Mm,
Like you'll be surprised that the open arms and the welcoming and the gratitude that people have for you being an open book, and that just
mm.
that just makes you grow even more, bro. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it does,
church
man.
is a
It's
beautiful
like,
place for that.
Yeah, by the grace of God, I mean, with me personally, it's more of an interpersonal relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ, and
Mm,
the the evolution of myself has come from that. You know what I mean? And the peace within me has come from that. So it's not for everyone. We don't push it. It's not something that we do as individuals, but I tell you what, man, it's a wonderful thing. You know, it's a wonderful thing to be able to have communion with a higher power, and look, that's why there's a lot of like NA, Narcotics Anonymous, and a lot of AA meetings and rehabs and out detoxes out there that are religious based as well, because it obviously works, and you can do it yourself. I mean, I would never say that I did it myself, with getting over addiction and everything like that. But some people have, and big ups to them. You know what I mean? But like listening to people out there, like run that rehab, Dennis and Chain Breaker and everything like that, it inspires, man. It really does.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. And
you
I
know.
always say it, man, it's the people with the lived experience that can really give back, man. That can really, really give back. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. And I know that it's. I've always said that I'll be doing lives and all that type of stuff. I'm not much of a person to get up and do all this type of stuff, mate. You know what I mean?
Come
But
on!
yeah,
Come
I'm getting there, all
on!
right. That's not just you that's pushing me, but as you said, there's a time and a place for it, and I think it's starting to get there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And doing it the right way and doing it for the right reasons
yeah.
is the
You'll feel
best
it
way that
within
you can do that.
yourself. Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
feel it within
absolutely.
yourself, brother. You'll know when to do it. But
Yeah,
yeah, let's push him, guys. Come on, get him.
I'm trying, all right. Just, yeah,
No, it's good, bro.
I've
It's
got the
good.
equipment here, mate. I'm sweet. You
I
know what I
know,
mean?
I
But
know. Yeah, I know.
yeah, yeah.
What do you got? So in Footscray tonight, there was at least 250 people lining up for food donations. Things are getting very bad, and this country should be better. 100%, Matty.
Yeah, see, it was
Yeah.
called the Lucky Country, mate. Like even when we were growing up in the 80s and 90s, it was still the Lucky Country. And then as soon as it hit 2000, for some reason,
Mm.
globalization took over and the negative energy took over. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, mate.
I don't know why they keep calling us the lucky country and the most livable city and everything like that. It's freaking they're using their words like I don't know.
I think
You know,
it's just got to do with tourism. It's like where I'm at here. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like the poverty here where I am is it's there. It's
yeah.
not you can't see it, right? So it's hidden, and it's hidden
Mm.
deliberately because of tourism, because of money, and a lack of awareness. All that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
when
it's
the
a shame, man.
Royals, when the Royals, Kate and freaking whatever his name is, come down to Melbourne. They went down to Footscray and they cleaned up Footscray, painted the streets, moved on the
Yeah,
homeless, cleaned
even
up all the
Heidelberg and
rubbish.
stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. And even when there was a lot of homeless people around Flinders Street, like 2014, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when the tennis was on, and they kicked everyone out, gave them all accommodation, and then basically just kicked them out of the accommodation, and everyone became homeless on the streets again. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
what we've got to look at is governments need to sort of look at their legislation around homelessness and all those issues, because you've got these, I guess, these organisations that are in at the front of everyone, right? So that they're helping, so that they're doing everything. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, that's just a tax write-off. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And it's a
Mm.
pyramid scheme. And that may be a big comment. I know that I just made that comment, but it is
Mm.
fundamentally what I've experienced, without naming names, but we all know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of religious organisations need to step up too, especially like Catholic organisations and stuff like that too. They need to step up a little bit bigger and a little bit more than just owning the assets, you know, and the cold assets, man, you know, and then
Mm.
selling those assets to make themselves more rich, and that money over, I think it's quite a few $billion, you know, like every year. It's a couple of billion a year or something of assets that, you know, people sell off, organizations sell off, and that money could go, you know, to street level assistance, you know.
It's the greed, man. The greed can get a hold of people very easily.
But it's I don't like using these terms, but it's like corporate greed. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's so frustrating, man. You know what I mean? Because there's so many organizations out there that can just, you know, like $1 million, $5 million, you know, $10 million is nothing for these organizations.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? And that over, you know, like a 5 to 10 year, you know, time frame could absolutely demolish half of the negative homelessness and negative
Mm,
situations on the streets. You know what I mean?
mm, mm.
It's you know, I don't get it, but that's why I guess we do what we do, you know, and that's, you know, that's for them to look at when they go to sleep or look in the mirror, man. That's not for us. Well,
That's it.
we know what we're about. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, 100%, Stephen. Yaska, your knowledge, lived experience needs to be shared. We need to share. We need to share our journeys, you know, as much as we can to lift people up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I'm one of those people that try not to be diversive as well, because I
Mm,
was very diversive when I was younger. You know, and I know I've got that spirit in me, right?
mm,
But
mm. You and me
I'm
both.
trying to control it for the right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very hard journey, that one. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
I'm
yeah,
still learning too, bro. Yeah. Still
yeah,
trying to find that
absolutely.
balance. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
the
all put
fire
up
in
with
our
it
eyes,
too.
mate, will never go away, brother. Like we've got a beautiful
Yeah.
smile each, but you know, the fire in our eyes says it all, man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't unleash the beast.
yeah, or you know, the beast in a positive way as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not in a negative way.
That's what I've learned through my journey, man. You know, I used to just rip shreds through people and, you know, not give a shit and let's just see red straight away. But just, you know, it's
Yep.
been a journey myself. I'm still learning, man. Within myself is like managing that fire, knowing that it's always there, but using it in the
Mm.
right way. It's
Yep.
yeah. We're forever learning, man, until the day we go. You know, that's how
Absolutely.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be.
Yep.
And you know, whatever we
Absolutely.
can do to help the people that are searching for the same thing, then we do what we can do. That's it.
And see, that's the thing. Like you know, growing up, I'll just give you a bit of a quick background. Like I tried to pull myself out so many times, and the only way that I could do that was leaving, you know, the place where I grew up, you know, like Victoria and, you know, all that, because of obviously the trauma and everything like that that was based around that area. But it actually
Mm,
followed me because of certain blockages that I had in my thinking and in my heart, you know what I mean? Like I'd go to another state, I'd go to another town or whatever, you know,
mm,
and nothing would work because I was still stuck in that mind frame and the past. You know, as soon as I evolved from that past, everything got a lot more easier, man. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
think I did about 2 trips to WA, and I was still within the system. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
men's shelters, like homeless on the street, you know, consistently, all the food vans, all the, you know, like all the begging of help me, but I wasn't actually putting the effort in myself. You know what I mean?
mm.
And I wasn't breaking that cycle that I needed to break. You know, like my father actually said to me one day when I was there, I was younger, I was about 25. He turns around and he looks at the pool table and he goes, "See the stitching around the pool table? You're going all the way around. That part of the stitching's broken, so you're going back around again, mate."
Mm,
You know what I mean? Such a
mm,
simple metaphor or an analogy.
yeah.
And that started the roller coaster to be able to think a little bit more positive and do that, you know what I mean? And move on from that trauma. And it's been what, a year and a half now, I think. And I've this is the only amount of time where I've been stable, other than being in a relationship. So
Yeah,
it's
wow.
it's phenomenal, man.
That's I see a couple of things in that. It's like, when I was younger, I used to do bad, and attract bad, had negative ideas and everything
Yep.
like that, and I just attract negativity. And
Yep.
until I switched that over, I never knew it was possible, man. I thought I was just attracting shit all the time. But then
Yeah.
once I switched that over, then mate, I
Yep.
barely ever attract shit.
No, that's exactly
If
right. I
anything, it's
mean,
from the past.
yeah, exactly right. Bingo. And that's just the narcissism that is so prevalent within, when you're in a circle of people, there is so much narcissism and so much
Yeah,
negative energy where people either get jealous or they want to pull you down. They want to make sure that you're still on their level if they see a light in you. I mean, look, my own family did it to me, mate. You know what I mean?
yeah.
People that I
It
loved and
still
people that I
happens.
thought
Still
were
happens to
great.
me, bro.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like like without going into detail, but they literally would keep me down, man. And as soon as
yeah,
I broke from that cycle, and I love them to death. Like I've got no animosity, I've got no hate, I've got nothing. I've just had to go my own path, right? And
that's
if they
it.
are
Yeah,
listening as well, I mean that's I'm pretty blunt about that these days.
yeah,
And I think that like a lot of people as well, they use each other as crutches,
mm,
and they're so comfortably numb around the same type of people as you were saying that like it becomes the norm, man. And sometimes you really need to break that cycle by just sort of thinking about yourself and being part of another community that actually encourage you to be a proper person and a better person within yourself. So
yeah. 100%, man. And
yeah, man.
and again, it takes one of those wise men to give you a different perspective, like your old man, to go, hey, think
Yeah,
about it like this, yeah. And just
yeah.
just a little suggestion, little guidance like that
Absolutely,
can go
absolutely,
so
man.
freaking far, man. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's also like, I mean, a lot of people don't understand each other. You know what I mean? Like, I think we act like we understand one another, but we don't. And that
yeah,
also breeds contempt as well. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
Heck yeah. No, it's good to get that out there.
that's it, bro.
Everyone's having good chats in the convos. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's we need to do more of this. Start talking about stuff like this. Get it out there. Get other people on the panel and start talking about the issues and what people are struggling with, and just get it out there a bit more. It can be
Yeah,
hard for some
absolutely.
people.
Yeah,
It's hard for me sometimes to it takes to have a good conversation with someone like yourself to be able to
yeah.
start touching on these grounds. But because you're so consumed by the daily life, it kind of gets pushed aside. And yeah, we need to bring it back into light and start talking
I
more
mean,
about
look,
it, I
I'm
reckon.
going to touch on something now where I'm deeply concerned for what's happening in WA at the moment. So there's a town or a suburb, right? That's basically Mandurah, Rockingham, right? It's beach culture. It's got the ocean. It's got an inlet. It's got all the beautiful stuff, tourism, everything like that, right? There's a
Mm,
stretch of road, and it's literally a bunch of tents and a bunch of homeless people that the system has not got any housing for. You know what I mean?
mm,
Um, People have died there. Like families, are sleeping rough. The government go there and they don't seem to be doing anything. You know what I mean? And it's really unfortunate, and it's like that probably doesn't get over to your side of the country.
mm.
It's it's so hidden. It's it's a shame, you know.
It's like what more can we do about it to shine a light on this sort of stuff?
I think that there should be more like boots on the ground outreach, volunteering out there. I think that a really good thing that I think should happen is that the SES, um,
Mm,
should get behind because they're obviously an organisation that is volunteer based, right?
mm,
They help out with
mm.
people going missing. They help out with storms and all those types of things, natural disasters, and they pick it up one step before the military come in and do what they need to do. You know what I mean? If the SES actually jumped aboard and went, okay, let's branch out into outreach, and went to communities, not just Indigenous, but just normal mainstream communities where there is homelessness, then that would actually alleviate a lot of the problems as well. Like the Red Cross does in areas over in the Middle East and stuff like that. If we had, sort of like a little bit of a structure like that in our own country, I reckon these issues would be solved pretty quick, or at least there would be a bit of comfort for these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. And this brings me to another thought where, it's people like you or myself that, have to pull out, or myself that has to pull out a camera and expose all this stuff, mate, it's uncomfortable for me sometimes. I don't like putting the camera in people's faces.
To be honest with you, man, like I give kudos to you guys for doing it. I am very reserved, as you know. And that's where I was saying earlier on, it's just like, well, the time's probably coming to start to show where I'm living, what's happening. You know what I mean? Like,
because
the council
that's what it takes, man. It takes for someone like us to expose the issue, and then hopefully other people. It's a shame it has to go down that route. I want to hope that I don't have to film any of this stuff, and that people, big corporations and whatever, pull their head out and start doing stuff. So we don't have to do it.
I've got to give a big shout out as well, man, to I think Bunnings nationwide is an amazing business. I've got to give big ups to them, man. What I've noticed, what they do around the country is just phenomenal. They're always putting their hand up. They're always offering. Obviously, they allow every weekend. You got the snags and stuff like that on the barbie, and there's organisations that don't even have to rent that space, man. You know what I mean? That do charity and stuff like that.
I agree, bro. I just seen out at the Queen Vic Market a weekend ago that the whole group of volunteers from Hoppers Crossing, Bunnings were out serving the community, donating stuff to the organisations and everything like that. They're out there, man. They're out there.
Yeah. And that's the thing, philanthropy, if that's the word we want to use, right? Is like it is out there, and there is companies that have started in Australia that still support Australia and Australians, and we really have to allow them to sort of be exposed for what they're doing in a good way. You know what I mean? Because they are getting like pushed to the side as well, by government organisations and by high level religious organisations. You know what I mean? So big ups to them, man.
It's such a fine line to tread, man, with like especially organisations, businesses, and everything, and all the hoops and the hurdles that you have to jump, and it's just that the people in power just make it too difficult for everybody to come together in a way.
Yeah,
it's just but everyone's doing their bit, man.
Yeah, no, it's really good to see, and the support that you guys have got down there is amazing to see the evolution of that. You know what I mean? It's absolutely. If I wanted to, I could swear right now in a good way. You know what I mean? It's bloody awesome. So
it's it's only the beginning, bro. It's only the beginning.
That's exactly right. Like and we need more people to, if they're in the capacity to be able to do what we're doing. Maybe we've formulated a model, right? That people that are able to do it can actually use that model and do it in their own town or their own city or their own suburbs. You know what I mean?
So good,
and
man.
all you got to do is just have a little bit of nous, have a little bit of the hustler's ambition. You know what I mean? And that will beat the system, man, to get you what you need. You know what I mean? In a really good way, in a really positive way. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the good old
So,
hustlers, the old hustlers.
oh, dude, I was a hustler at the age of 5, mate. You know what I mean? But now I'm putting it into a practice where it's positive. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's what it's all about, Yeah.
love it, bro. Yeah, we're all on the same journey. Freaking
Yeah,
awesome,
that's good.
man. Love the chats. Yeah, yeah. We need to make this a regular thing. We'll keep in touch anyway, bro.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
good.
yeah, I love the phone calls as well, bro. You know what
Yeah, yeah.
I mean?
Are you coming down in September? Have you figured that out yet?
Okay, so I mean, only one other person or two other people know this, but I'm actually like, yeah, I've got my car now and I'm killing it as far as like driving. I'm a natural born driver, but I've still
Yeah,
got to go for, the tests and stuff like that and do all that. So if
yeah,
I can fast pace it a little bit, short story
yeah.
is that I'll be there by the 5th. If not,
Okay.
I'll be there sometime after that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Easy done. No
You know what I
stress.
mean? So,
Hope it all
and I've got
works
to
out,
pass
brother.
the candle for the food van as well for down here.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of logistics and everything like that to work out and stuff like that. I've got a life as well now, so it's like it's hard to sort of, I guess, like work everything out the right way, and
yeah.
I can't.
You need some
It's
support,
really
man.
hard because I would have been on the plane yesterday. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
back in my old life, you know what I mean? But yeah, now I've just got to be patient. I've got to do everything the right way, and you know, see how it all goes.
we've all only done it to ourselves, yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's doing it to ourselves, man, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's pretty
100%,
cool,
man.
bro.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is freaking cool
yeah.
as. No, love it.
No worries. Well, I'm going to jump off so that I can have a cigarette and then make a phone call.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you everyone for your support behind Justin and Cherie, TJ and Exile, and also myself. It means a lot. You know what I mean? And I could tear up right now, but I'm not going to. It's
yeah,
you're
don't
wonderful
start.
people. You're beautiful people, and God bless you all, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Much love, brother. Thank you, man.
Uh,
We'll be in
and
touch very,
remember,
very, very soon.
smile at a stranger. Be good or be good at it. All right.
That's it. Signing off. Beautiful. Well said.
Sweet. See you later.
Much love, brother. What a ledge. What a legend. Freaking, he could make me tear up pretty easily. Yeah. See, big heart, I love it. I love it. I love the people that have that place, and they want to give back, and they can see the struggles, they can see the growth, they can see the community, they can see the potential, they can see a bit of the future, they can see what's going downhill and what can go uphill. Um, just a beautiful soul. What a beautiful soul Yaska is, Stephen. But yeah, I love conversations like that. I'd love to have that a bit more often. And hopefully Yaska in his spare time can jump on and have some more convos like that, or anyone else too. We're all open for conversations, to ideas, solutions. Uh, expose an issue, talk about problems in your area, anything like that. So I legit want to be like that in the near future. Yaska walks the walk. That's it. Oop, yeah. Hope, keep calm and keep vibration in unconditional love. Frequency, the shift is here. Peace and freedom is our birthright. Glory. 100%. Amen to that. But yeah, that was a beautiful chat. I love that live stream. Freaking awesome. Our man Yaska, Stephen Perry in the house. Very rare to get him up on the stage, but hopefully in the near future that he can get some some videos happening and some live streams and everything. So much for the music in the background. I got caught up with Yaska. Good shit, good shit. Anyway, I may wrap this up. Thank you, everybody. Sorry I missed a few chats. But yeah, thank you, everybody, for all your support. It's good to see everybody in the house. No worries, Hamish, my bro. Good to see you. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. I'm signing off shortly anyway, brother. Thank you. Do it, yeah. Yaska was this mythical person to me. It's good to put face to the name. Yeah, exactly. Top bloke. Later, Exile, my brother. No worries, man. Oh, clicked the wrong one. New messages keep popping up. Much love, Maddie. Much love, other Maddie. Much love, everybody. Much love, Knuckles, Mark, Ellie, Florencia. Hope everyone has a beautiful week. Hopefully we'll see you soon. We'll actually see you on Wednesday. Cherie will be live at our Sunshine Outreach, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you head over to the Short Wife. She's in the chat. Click on her page and subscribe and stay tuned for the live stream. Don't forget to tickle the like. That's it. Knuckles. Thanks, brother. 3 mats in the chat. There you go. It's a freaking... You know how many mats I know? Not enough. Got mats at work. I've got mats in the chat. I've got mats everywhere. Everywhere. Anyway, guys, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like, because it's pretty easy to forget. And we'll see you on Wednesday night Outreach in Sunshine if you're around. Enjoy your week. Stay safe, stay beautiful, and stay blessed. Talk to you soon. Peace.